Morning everyone. The 12th of November 2015, and I've brought myself down to the lower Severn today for a bit of floodwater barbel fishing. We've had a lot of rain over the last weekend and the water's finally worked its way down here. We've got about 7 foot of extra water on, so good barbel conditions. I haven't took the water temperature out, but I will in a few minutes. I've set 2 rods up, one with pellet, a little feeder, and one with a big lump of spam. I am expecting to catch. There's anglers have walked past on the way up here. One lad's had a 10-3, a 10-4 and a smaller fish. So there's every chance that we'll catch today. It's very warm, it's probably 14-15 degrees. It probably doesn't get any better conditions wise for catching barbel. There are big fish here too. Lots of, well I say lots of, there's quite a decent head of doubles. So if I get one of them, I'll be more than happy. Fingers crossed. We'll see how we go. I'm fishing today. As you can see in the middle of the river, it is pulling through quite a bit. I've got a tree to my right and a crease just beyond that, which is where I'm fishing, just on that crease. It's a nice flat bottom, it's not boiling up too much. I know it's flat anyway, so I fished the peg before. There's my phone going. I've got the meat just down there. I've had a couple of knocks on that, but I think it's just chub so far. No, certainly no barbel. And the upstream rod is on pellet. The water temperature is 12.5, so it's actually very, very good indeed. And as you can see, I've got a nice comfy spot for my feet. It's only shallow there. It is important to stay safe when you've got all this much water on. You don't really want to go in with a river like this. But nothing's happened as yet, but there's still plenty of time. Right, we're into a fish. It's just started to rain, and it's the pellet rod that's gone off. Just a good sharp whack on the tip of the rod, and there's a fish on. It's a barbel, definitely a barbel. Not sure how big yet though. Don't think it's a monster. Always fight well when there's a bit of water on these fish. If you're wondering what that thing there is, it's the brolly that I've just put up. And certainly he's going well. Under my red chip now. He's not a big fish, but he's a welcome one. And he's in the net. Great stuff. Show you the fish. I'm not going to weigh him. He's probably about 7 pounds, something like that. There he is. Lovely, a well conditioned and really fit lower Severn fish that. Fought like stink. And that's a great start to today's session. A few more like that and I'll be a very happy man. I'll rest him up in the net and I'll slide him back. I'll just show you my my feeder setup. I've got my usual 1.75 test curve barbel rod, Daiwa one. I've upgraded my reels now. I've now got X Aeros. Been a bit of a tackle tart, as some would probably call me. It's loaded up with 12-pound Daiwa sensor, and onto that I've got a semi-fixed lead clip. It's a Drennan grip mesh feeder, to which is attached a 4-ounce dead cow lead. So the whole thing's 5 ounce altogether. And I like these feeders because they absolutely lie flat like that. They don't roll around like some feeders do. If they land like that, I'll show you. Hang on a second. If it lands on it, it will always fall like that. So that, I've got a couple of foot of 15-pound braid. It's very good, this stuff. It's called ESP two-tone. It's a coated braid which I stripped back the last 6 or 7 inches, and onto that I've got air rigged a 12mm halibut pellet. It's a crab flavoured one. I fill the feeder with crushed halibut pellets and whole halibut pellets in 4mm. I ram it in and I chuck it out just at a couple of rod lengths out, and that is it. It's simple setup, nothing special about it at all. I'll show you my lead rod, my meat rod in a few minutes. Okay, the meat setup, it's the same rod, the same reel, the same line, except it's a straight lead setup. It's a 4-ounce gripper lead, same braid, and there's my meat. It's a big piece, although I've fished bigger. It's ragged up with a basing needle, so the bits break off. It's a bit more attractive. There's a few bits of scent in the water and what have you. There's a piece of spaghetti under it to stop it coming off when I cast. I don't like using grass. Never been a fan of it. The spaghetti is just there to help with the casting. Once it's in the water, the spaghetti will soften, and if you do have a pull, or take, whatever, the hook will pull right through the meat and into the fish. The hook in question is a size 2 Palatrax, the one, I think it's called, hook. I use them for everything. I got them in from size 16 right up to size 2. I'm beginning to lose confidence in the meat a bit today. Nothing's really had it. I might switch to a two pellet setup, being as it's pellet that's produced so far. But I'll give it an hour or so and we'll see how we get on. The rain stopped now, so I took the brolly down, for the time being anyway. Still very warm, but no more bites. I've dropped the meat now, I've knocked that on the head, and I've switched to a boilie with a paste wrap on the straight lead rod, and I've just put that in. So a new gamble, we'll see if it works. There's quite a few people about. There's a lad just walked past me, got up there. So there's quite a few of us down there. I'm actually at a venue called Severn, which is about 4, 5, 6 miles below Worcester. Very popular place. On the BAA card, so anybody can fish it with a card, or you can fish it for £8 a day. Well, I hooked another fish. I'm reasonably sure it's not a barbel. It's got a chub feel about it to me. As it's come close into the bank, as chub tend to do. I'm quite positive it's not a barbel. No, it is a barbel. It's only a small one. Oh, lovely. There we are. Quite a small barbel. By lower Severn standards, that is probably only £3. But they all count. So that's 2 now. So I'm happy with that. Quite pleased now, got 2 fish. Lovely fish. I'll rest him and pop him back. Okay then, it's about 3:30 now. So we got sunset in another sort of just under an hour's time. And then just after that the light will start to drop and it'll be dark by 5. Now's the time now. If I'm going to catch any more fish, it's going to be now as the light starts to fade. I've had 2, reasonably confident of another one, but we'll have to see. I've switched back to meat. I've got rid of that paste and I'll fish that into dark and we'll see what happens. One or two other people have been wandering around, they've been struggling, they've just had the odd fish, the same as me really. So it's not really been a day where the fish have had a go, but still, it's nice to be out in it. And it's beat work every time. I've just managed to take another fish, never had a chance to kick the camera into life. Another small one, about £4 or so. Again, on the pellet rod. The meat still hasn't produced anything. So I've had 3 fish now, which ain't bad. I certainly ain't going to complain about having 3 fish in a session. It would be nice to get another one, a nice, decent fish to put the cap on it, but you never know. There's still plenty of time. It's about 10 to 4 now. We'll see. I'm losing faith with the meat. I can't see it catching. In fact, really what I should have done was put pellet on both rods, but it's too late now. I'll stick to my guns. Fingers crossed for that big double. Well, here in the end of the session now, it's the light will be gone in another sort of 15 or 20 minutes. It's been a tough session. The river's been spot on really, 6 foot on, well coloured, warm, but everybody around me, including myself, has struggled today. I've only had the 3 fish, £7, £3 and £4. It's better than nothing. At least it's a multiple catch, because I've been struggling of late, but I was expecting, you know, maybe a decent fish thrown into the mix. I've recently had a run of doubles. I've had a couple of 12s and a 10 on the avon. I thought my luck might run over onto the 7 today, but never mind. It's been an enjoyable afternoon. I thought meat might have worked, but nothing has shown an interest in the meat at all. Every fish has come to pellet. I'll actually probably be back down the river at the weekend, probably Sunday. Might bring the camera, I might make another video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a long time since I did the last one. I'll try and book my ideas up and make a few more before it gets too cold. I'll see you soon.